What's up, y'all? So I was perusing around the internet and I kept seeing something about us supposedly getting a second stimulus check. This article is from Forbes. They should know. Yeah, I'll be happy to get some more. More. All right, y'all. So let me read this. Are you ready for a second stimulus check? Are you listening? Here's what you need to know. Stimulus check. The first batch of stimulus checks have been sent to millions of Americans. Have you received your stimulus check? Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin estimates that approximately 80 million Americans have received their stimulus check this week through direct deposit. The stimulus check, or economic impact payment, is part of the $2.2 trillion stimulus package intended to help Americans in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Then they tell you why, if you didn't get a check, why. They said you may not qualify, you haven't filed a federal tax return in 2018 or 2019. You filed a federal tax return, but your tax return has not been processed. You didn't provide your direct deposit information to the IRS. You recently shared your direct deposit information through the non-filer online portal, but it has not yet been processed. You shared your direct deposit information through the Get My Payment online portal, but it hasn't been processed. You receive Social Security or other benefits. Although you receive a stimulus check automatically, your information has not yet been added to the Get My Payment tool. Your identity couldn't be verified, or you tried to enter your direct deposit information but could not due to a technical glitch or one of the reasons above. All right. So like I said, I'm gonna put this article, because this I don't really care about this part, because this next part is talking about paper checks, which that would include like my parents and stuff like that, because I guess they didn't do it online or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, so a lot of people, I heard, are starting to get paper checks May through September, and I think that's kind of jacked up. Okay, so
Yes.
this is what I'm talking about. A second stimulus check. Some members of Congress and President Donald Trump have commented that a one-time payment of $1,200 is not enough for many Americans who have lost their job or face financial hardship. The CARES Act is the third stimulus bill related to the coronavirus passed by Congress, and a fourth stimulus bill could be possible. During the 2008 financial crisis, for example, the IRS sent 2 rounds of stimulus checks. I don't think I got none of them. That was from Obama. I think I got one from Bush. It was like $500, I think. That was, I don't even know what year that was. What will a second stimulus check look like? Well, here's one possibility. 2 congressmen want to give monthly cash payments to Americans who have been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Representatives Tim Ryan and Ro Khanna introduced new congressional legislation, the Emergency Money for the People Act, to provide monthly cash payments to eligible Americans until employment returns to pre-COVID-19 levels. And apparently I heard that Canada is already doing, I believe, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. That's what I heard. I think it was like $950 a month or every 2 weeks or something like that. So Canada's on the ball. Who would be eligible? As with the $1,200 stimulus check, not every American would be eligible for a stimulus check under the Emergency Money for the People Act. And it said here's who would get a monthly cash payment under this legislative proposal. Every American adult age 16 and older making less than $130 annually will receive $2,000 a month. Married couples earning less than $260,000 will receive at least $4,000 per month. And on and on and on, y'all. Y'all had to read. Individuals who were not eligible based on 2018 or 2019 tax returns could be eligible based on 2020 adjusted gross income by submitting 2 months of consecutive paychecks. So now this isn't. They still would. It looks like they still would have to, vote on it and pass it. But I thought that I had read. I must have, because I was reading this in the car, and it had said. It said $2,000 a month for, I believe it was 6 months. So guys, like I said, I'll put the link in so you guys can read it for yourselves. And I'm sure there's more info on the internet. There's several websites that probably had the same information. So that would be very lovely if we would get $2,000 a month. I'd take it. Yeah.
About to get ahead. I need to get ahead. You feel me?
She's been trying to get a car, y'all, for so long. I feel so bad for her. Huh?
I didn't know that was what I was talking about.
I know you've been trying to get a car, girl.
I need one. I'm trying to do car mukbangs. Anyway, it ain't reparations, but it'll do.
Look at you. Girl, no, we ever see that now. Alright, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please comment if you want to. I'm trying to hold on to this little bit of change, y'all. I'm trying to get these YouTube checks coming in too. That's what I'm really trying to do, y'all. So the more subscribers and the more views and the more likes or thumbs up, thumbs down, shares, whatever, really helps. So
I have 8 subscribers on my phone.
Yeah, see, you're growing. So it costs nothing to subscribe. It's just lovely to have the support. And thank you to all the day ones and the new ones, especially. And I hope you guys be safe out there. And I will see you next time. Oh, let me tell y'all what the girl did at Burger King, right? So we went to Burger King. So the car in front of me, because you can't go in now, of course. The car in front of me had cash, and it's very, very windy out there. So she puts it in this box and takes his money. And I thought that, because it was windy, she didn't want the money to blow away. Well, I paid with my card, and she still wanted me to drop it in the box. She had gloves on, but she still had to touch my card to process it. And then I still had to touch it again. So, I don't know. I guess I'm really confused about that. Unless, that was still for the same purposes of the wind. I mean, the wind could have blew the card away. I don't know. It just didn't really make sense to me at the time. Just thought I'd share that with y'all. All right. See y'all later.